Being a leader in the nation's oldest and largest cattle industry organization takes dedication, as Don Schiefelbein has proven over the years. I recently caught up with the NCBA president-elect at his family's farm in Minnesota. Don, thanks for having us out today. It's a beautiful day to be here in Minnesota with black cattle grazing behind us.
It is a gorgeous day, isn't it?
It sure is. Hey, I want to ask you, what are some of the wins that NCBA has worked on this year and had for the beef producers in the industry?
You know, it's interesting because some of the biggest wins are some of the things that don't happen. And some of the things that didn't happen are the great wins this year. And one of those is capital gains. As you know, on some of these tax issues, which are a huge impact on our members in our industry, we were able to keep capital gains out of the equation. The estate tax we kept in bay. They even had a transfer tax going that they were thinking about applying to agricultural products. So I think the big win this year is making sure tax policy remain constant.
Yeah, that can place such a burden on farmers and ranchers. Issues never stop coming, it seems like, and now we have a Waters of the U.S. rule that's being formed. We still have cattle markets to talk about. We have taxes to continue to talk about. What are some big issues coming up that producers really should stay engaged in and really engage in to make sure that we have a bigger voice fighting against these issues?
Well, the waters of the U.S. is a huge issue, and of course it affects almost everybody. And as you know, the Biden administration has quickly gone into offense and trying to make sure they go back to the way it used to be. And after those big gains we made under the Trump administration, we certainly don't want to go backwards. So I encourage all our members to sign a petition, get on board, talk to their congressmen, and let them know that the way the Waters of the USA was written is the way it needs to stay.
And we're really fortunate to have an office in Washington, D.C. with NCBA staff there working basically across all administrations. The issues don't change, the administrations do, but we're there all the way.
And as you know, those subject matters come and go, and what we want is somebody who has our backs, right? And that's what Washington, D.C. NCBA does, is they have our backs. When we don't even know issues maybe are coming up, they're already killing them. And that's the important thing people need to remember, is they're on our offense the whole time defending our backs.
Shifting gears a little bit, I want to ask you, you're here at the family farm now, but you've had quite a career in the beef industry between breed associations. You've been involved with the Angus Association. As somebody who's been involved in a lot of aspects of the beef industry, and now you're going to be taking the reins as president of NCBA, why do you get involved? Why have you been involved throughout the years in the industry?
Because there's a saying that we live by, it's where the industry goes, your business eventually goes. So if you aren't engaged and want to defending your industry, likely your business won't survive if your industry doesn't. So our whole entire family goes full throttle and tries to involve everybody with regard to defending our industry and making sure our voices count.
I really appreciate your family all being involved. You guys are really the prime example of it's a grassroots organization. It's a grassroots making process. And we have a chance to engage with a lot of grassroots producers, beef producers across the industry at the NCBA convention coming up in February in Houston. From your perspective, having seen that policy at work, having been involved with it, just give us your thoughts on that process.
Well, anybody who has not been to a convention needs to come, because if you don't believe that our policies are grassroots, come look at our meetings and come visit the committees, and you can see there's debates on both sides of the issue. There's arm wrestling challenges going on, but the bottom line is we try to seek what our members want, and the answer is whatever they send to us as policy, we carry forward to try and defend in the industry.
Yeah, it's really something to see all those beef producers together.
And I'm excited to be in Houston. We've never been to Houston, and boy, they're rolling out the red carpet. I think Houston is going to be a fantastic, fun celebration as well.
Yeah, well, I'll look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, I think that we need to go look at some heifers in the beautiful farm here in Minnesota. Thanks for having us out today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
As Don just mentioned, the Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA Trade Show is an event you can't afford to miss. The convention runs from February 1st through the 3rd in Houston, Texas, and registration is now open. Go to convention.ncba.org for all the details.